Are you ready for the soil part of Candy Soul and Soil? So why is my channel called Candy Soul and Soil? The soil bit is for my garden and my love of hands in the earth, my love of my garden, which is huge and overwhelming, and which is the reason why I started YouTube in the first place. I've got my warm cozy coat on because it's freezing outside, and I'm about to do a winter garden tour, and it's a mess out there, so buckle up. Wow, it's been ages since I've brought you a garden tour video, and we have snow today. We've woken up to snow, so I thought it might be nice to bring you out into my wintry, freezing winter wonderland and just start the 2021 playlist for the garden. Now the garden's been very ignored. You can see the state of the patio. It's all grimy, it's all disgusting. Nothing's been cut back or pruned. It's not good out here. I kind of lost momentum with exhaustion at the end of the summer. You can see we've got snowmen being built. What I've done so far this year is I have half jet washed the patio before it got snowed on, and I've been like occasionally coming out just to clear up the mess from the dogs. This fence has blocked off the top of the garden because of Rupert keep breaking out and because it was unfinished, so these pieces of wood have just blocked it. So I'm going to put the camera down now and I'm going to move these pieces of wood, and I'm going to go up the garden for the first time in I don't know how long. I've just left it all. Okay, here we go. What do you want, dogs? What do you want? You want to go out? Go on then. Go on then. Off they go. Oh my goodness me. Deep snow. Oh my gosh. You can see that I kind of just gave up. I didn't give up, I just got tired. We haven't even deadheaded the sunflowers. It's very deep. Oh my goodness me. Look at this, guys. Spring daffodils coming through the snow. The house has fallen over. Oh my gosh, look at it all. So welcome back to the magic garden. I am going to go up the top of the garden and just check there's no fences down. Otherwise I'm going to lose dogs. Go on then, that way. The vegetable garden. Oh my gosh. Let's come up. And try not to fall on all of this. Oh my gosh, I'd even forgotten what it was like up here. I just haven't been out. I'm just going to check that all the fences are up and no dogs can't escape. Oh my gosh, look at it. Rupert's immediately trying to find a way out. Oh, look at all my plants all under the snow. Okay, that still all looks nice and secure. Good. Rupert, get down. Oh my gosh, look at that, still in snow. Rather dangerous. Oh, it's so lovely to be out here. The trampoline, you can see how much snow we've had on the trampoline. So there's a big grand tidy up needed. I love it. don't know why it's taken me so long to get back out. Okay, plans for the year. Right, to bring magic into the garden. What did I learn last year? I learned that I am capable of building fences and working with wood and not giving up and growing things. I learnt that I like flowers probably more than growing veg. I learnt that tomatoes are stressful. It's the second year in a row I'd lost a complete crop of tomatoes. I learnt that you can connect with the circles of life, collecting seed and then planting seed and then nurturing plants. It just was wonderful. I learnt that 90 tomato plants is too many. And to have faith that plants will grow, so you don't have to plant 100 because you might just end up with 100 plants. I learnt that I forget what I've planted. I forgot I'd got broccoli up here. Oh well, it's carried on regardless. I learnt that probably my dogs are going to destroy the garden on repeat until I fix these fences. I learnt that it's a work in progress and it's taking forever, and that's okay. I learnt that this space here, with all its dead tomato plants in it, but this space here to build with the kids and to build a fire pit and to have this for magic is really important, and that I might do a moon garden in here, guys. That's a plan. So the plan is to plant the seeds that I gathered last year, to minimise the vegetables in here a little bit, and to add more flowers in and more wildflowers, to look at herbs and dried flowers for spellcraft, which are going to be useful. Oh my gosh, do you know what? I know this looks a mess, but these flowers, which Luna is eating, Luna, don't eat the flowers. No, don't eat them. These are wonderful. I might have plans for that inside, I don't know yet. I would love to source a second-hand swing. I did make allowance for that on my no-buy year for Tilly's secret garden here, and I need to get this fence fixed. So fence is being fixed, the gate fixed, pathways through more fluid and less muddy. Tilly's secret garden. I learnt that gardening can bring a massive sense of self-worth. Tilly's secret garden, she's talked about it all year, guys. She's loved it. She keeps saying to me, do people know I'm your head gardener, Mum? Do people know? And she really is. She really is my head gardener. The fact that me and the kids planted all these sunflowers and had a competition and the joy that brought, it's a real place to connect. I learnt that the greenhouse, which I'm not even going to venture near because I've ignored it, is quite stressful if when I've got a lot on. To use the greenhouse for too many things that need constant care. What on earth is this? I don't even know what that is. What is it? I'm going to have to look back at my video to see what I planted. I think they might be beans or cabbages gone to seed, I'm not sure. I learnt the flowers that the garden likes. I learnt that sharing produce with friends and community is amazing. I took loads of plants and fruit and veg to friends and neighbours. That was really satisfying. I've given seeds to people. I did promise seeds to people online. I've just never got round to posting it with being in lockdown. I've learnt that this garden, although full of mess and challenge, is full of creative potential and joy. And I just am so excited to get back out here. Last year, during the growing season, I was posting a garden tour a week, which I think I'm going to go back to. But I am, while it's not growing season, while we're not in the height of summer, I think I am going to post one a month. So a January garden tour, which is what you're watching now, and then a February garden tour, and then a March, and then when we get to the growing season, we can start adding in. I'd like to get these sheds clean again. Gosh, that was clean before winter. I'd like to get the sheds really secure, and that's empty now, but I'd also like to get this pond dug in as well this year. Fences need to be secure. Come on, dogs. These dogs are a challenge in this garden. Not only completely covering the patio in poo on repeat, but charging at this sort of speed to create mud paths, which is why, if anybody didn't watch, this is why I put raised beds instead of lawning, because they churn up mud. There was no grass growing anymore, so there was nothing growing on the lawn. There was no grass, so I put raised beds in instead. And it's why I've got a lot of fences sectioning areas off. They are a complete nightmare to have in a garden. Too boisterous. Rescue lurchers. Look already. Look at the snow. It's already churned up. So these pathways are going to be, I want to get these so that there's a mud-free route through the garden. Otherwise, every time I come out here, the dogs churn it up. They really do. So lots of flowers this year planned, lots of magic in the garden, lots of magic altars, looking at herbs, developing Tilly's secret garden more, fences in place, securing it, but also opening it up as well with secure fences. And just generally being back out here, loving it. The patio is kind of a bit disgusting with the dogs on there, but we'll say no more about that. But yeah, it's just lovely to be out here again. It really is. Dogs come. Hey, baby. Is it? No, get off the garden. Oh my gosh. It's been ages since I've said that phrase, get off the garden. I wonder if the dahlia survived. My gosh, it seems weird coming out here with no plants in it. The greenhouse needs a clean. The gate's still standing that I built last year. Yeah. It just all needs clearing. So we've got clearing, we've got path making, tidy it up, and then we can start planning the planting. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, guys. So it's a very messy, very white, very wintry first garden tour with nothing to show you but mess. Look at that. Look at all these. These are memories of... Oh my gosh, look at that. Memories of the year gone by. To share with you my front driveway. Oh yes, that is the nightmare. That is my front driveway. It was where I had hundreds of pallets stored here. Well, not hundreds, probably about 50, which I used to build all the raised beds and the fences. I still have a few pallets there, which I'm going to use in the taro room. A friend has been dropping off spare wood, and it's all just been dumped there. All of this is from the tree that I topped and took all the trees off. I couldn't bear for the branches to leave the property. It just didn't feel right energy wise. So I dragged all of the tree to the front driveway and just piled it up there, hoping that the leaves would rot off to start forming soil, because there's concrete here and this is just all rubble, there's no soil there. So it's a big wild composting heap. But I keep getting brambles growing over from next door. I've got an old shed stored there which I picked up on Free Cycle, which is now covered in brambles. There's all bricks that I've picked on Free Cycle as well. This is where I've stored all of my stuff to build the back garden. But I absolutely know that there's bits of metal down there. There's all bricks all along there. It's been a store ground, but I'd like to tidy it up and bring this into the garden focus as well this year. You can see I've got an awful lot of work to do. I've got a water barrel there for watering the front garden when I finally get one. I've got bits of metal from the old trampoline there. If I come down the side of the house, you can see what I do. Look, the side of the house it's got wood that I picked up off Free Cycle. Somebody was getting rid of these frames. There's a double bedstead, well, a king size metal bed frame that I picked up off the side of the road. Stepping stones there that somebody was getting rid of. It's all just dumped down this side. That's the gateway onto the patio. But I just collect things. Yeah, this is the front of the house. The neighbours must think that it's complete horrificness, but you know, it's an arc for nature. It's plans in action and it's potential. I could not have built the garden I built last year without all of this stuff collected. So you can see I've got some pallets here still. My friend was throwing out metal sections of an old gazebo she didn't want anymore, which I've used. There's the tail end of bricks all down here that I was using for paths and stuff. There's more pallets underneath that. You can see all the tree rotting back. That was part of the pond. If I wanted to put a filter in, that pond that you saw at the top of the garden that I picked up for free. That yellow bag is the end of soil. Yeah, it's a big driveway, but the vision is a nature garden out the front with wildflowers and bird feeders and some of these big branches made into arches and art out here. That shed there to build it down there for our bikes to be stored in. That's the vision, a wild art nature garden. But we're a long way off from that. It's a lot of work, guys. It's only me here and I've got 3 kids to homeschool. It's a lot of work, but I thought I'd share it at cracking egg stage. Thanks for joining me on the first garden tour of 2021. Me and my head gardener Tilly will be getting back to you soon, and we'll see you next time. Bye.